stop by. Granger.
In 1 mile, turn right to merge onto I-275 South.
At Target Field in Minneapolis, and the Tigers are within one. Miguel Cabrera with his second 3-run home run of the game. And it's a 7-6 Twins lead here in the ninth.
And that was the final there eliminated from the season. Tampa over Dallas 5-2. Stamkos back. Scores for the Spurs shifting lead in the Stanley Cup Finals. 2 games to 1 in Miami. Over Boston 112-109. And put that lead that series 3 games to 1 in the finals. And the man of the hour, Tyler Hero, kid of the hour, only 20 years old. 37 points off the bench in just 36 minutes. The rookie out of Kentucky. Speaking of Kentucky, everybody, they argue whether, what's the biggest basketball state, Indiana or Kentucky. Well, I'm going to vote for Indiana based on common sense right now. Because, look, I know we have to do different things because of COVID. We talked briefly about people having to wear masks playing soccer and football and things like that. Kentucky, big basketball state. How about this? They have a list of different rules for, games now because of COVID. I'm just going to give you one change right now. You tell me if this makes any sense.
Good.
Eliminate the jump ball and award the choice of first possession of the ball to the team winning a coin toss called by the home team. The alternating possession arrow will then be reset by rule when the initial throw-in is complete. To start an overtime period, use a coin toss. What? Is it the jump ball? You're that closer to another human being that you have to get rid of the jump ball because of COVID? Seriously? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. You're still boxing out physical contact for rebounds. Just don't play the sport then. If you don't have a coin toss,
You
for a
really
jump,
mean that?
At the light, use the right lane to merge onto I-275 South.
Probably only for optics. Who cares if the freaking jump
It's
ball?
stupid. Why would they do? What's the point?
The whole jump ball is kind of dumb to
Okay,
begin
but
with.
that's
Hey,
all right.
just
Okay,
have
that's
two
all
guys, you jump it up. Fucking come on, it's dumb.
Oh,
Don't
no.
fight over it.
Come on, you jump the ball, and they should be jumping the ball a lot more than they actually do. Yeah, exactly. That's the way it's supposed to be played. I love when Isaiah used to jump against Kareem. It was awesome. But seriously, this is the most absurd COVID thing I've heard. I just feel like we should write ticket text. What is the most absurd thing? Inconsistent I graduate from?
Pass.
Raiders running back Josh Jacobs played at this college.
Pass.
Who is the head coach of the Tampa Bay Lightning?
John something. Pass.
Who won the U.S. Open in golf last Sunday?
DeChambeau.
Who plays Thanos in the Avenger movies?
Pass.
Where did Jimmy Butler play his final 3 years of college? Oh, time's up.
Holy moly.
Yeah, they're a little tough. And you had more passes than I think Matthew Stafford did in the fourth quarter. All right. Hang on the line. You got 2 correct. So you get $50.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Wow. All right. The Lions.
It's tough.
What's
It's
it?
2020.
Yeah, exactly. See, if he wouldn't have had a mask on, he would have done better, Rieger. All right. Who do the Lions play on Sunday? The Arizona Cardinals. I love the last 2 questions. The next 2 questions, the sequence. Who is the starting running back for the Arizona Cardinals? Kenyon Drake. This artist had the 2018 hit God's Plan. That would be Drake. What college did I graduate from? American University. Actually, I'm actually wearing an AU shirt tonight. Watch it on Twitch at 9 o'clock.
Go Eagles.
That's right. Raiders running back Josh Jacobs played at this college, Alabama. Who was the head coach of the Tampa Bay Lightning? We needed more than John. We needed John Cooper.
He gave you more. He said John something.
Yeah, John something, right? Then he passed. And Josh Brolin played Thanos in the Avengers movie, and clock ran out on the Jimmy Butler player's final 3 years. It was at, of course, Marquette. The 2 Grand Slam brought to you each week by the fine folks at Genesis Credit Union.
Jeff, seriously, you know that we're not bent out of shape about this Kentucky tip-off
I just
thing.
think it's stupid.
You have to admit how silly it is compared to guarding somebody. Like, if you can guard somebody, you can tip off against somebody.
Everybody agrees with you on the ticket tax. That's fine. I'm just happy to have sports. So if they say no tip off, no tip off. I'm fine with it. It's not that big of a deal.
But don't you?
Why are you guys so upset over the littlest things? See, wait. Like I find it hysterical that a bunch of parents are protesting that their children have to wear masks while actually getting to play sports, something we couldn't do like 4 months ago. So, I guess we just see things differently.
I kind of agree with I kind of agree with you on that. I agree with you on that, unless it's a medical issue. But yeah, I agree with you on that. You should be able to play sports with masks, unless it really impairs you that much. That I agree with you. But
Greg just whispered in my ear so delicately. Doesn't football use a coin toss? Why not just go to basketball with a coin toss? They've changed sports. I don't know if you know this. Baseball is a 60-game season now with the DH across both leagues. Sports have changed, okay?
Yes, okay.
Oh no, Kentucky can't have tip-offs.
But you admit that there's hypocrisies throughout this whole thing, and this one's pretty pathetic.
No. What I admit
he can't
is
admit it.
they made this rule. They made this rule thinking probably, all right, what can we eliminate? There's no testing for high school kids, all right? So a kid could have COVID. So what can we eliminate? Now, you are right. If you could get it from a tip-off, odds are you're going to get it from guarding somebody, too. I would agree with you.
How about you have to clean the ball every time you catch it?
But you can't eliminate that, and you can't clean the ball every time you touch it. So they're probably thinking, what can we eliminate?
Why not?
Tip-offs,
Change the rules.
there's their whole list. The host school has to sanitize the officials' table before the game and at halftime.
That just seems so stupid, doesn't it? I can't believe they have the audacity to ask them to sanitize.
That makes sense. This makes no sense when you have, as Tom said, you're guarding a man. Maybe they should have no man-to-man defense, just zone, because you don't want to get too close. And anytime you miss a shot, stop the clock. The team that misses, the defensive team automatically gets the ball because you don't want anybody boxing out for a rebound.
Hey, we're just changing the rules. Why not just have the teams play horse?
Yeah. Hey, guys. When you know what? When your kid, God forbid, happens to get it, I'm sure you might bring a different tune.
I won't bring a different tune. No, it's just.
It sounds, dude. It sounds really at this point.
You can sit your little petrified hole, Jeff, like you have throughout this whole thing.
I'm not petrified at all.
My kid went out and played Little League baseball all summer and didn't wear a mask.
Yesterday.
The point is, Riggs, it's so hypocritical where you can have one thing and then they come up with this thing. It just seems really stupid. All right. Well, I'm sure
To
we're
you,
all,
yes.
I'm sure we're all, to anybody with a brain, it's stupid.
Oh, can't get rid of a tip-off. Oh, my God. What the hell are they going to
It's
do?
dumb. All right, coming up
I
next.
see Tom just putting on his mask right now. Why are you doing that?
Coming up next, who's the best number 37 in Detroit sports? Maybe we can agree on that. 97 won the club.
In 2 miles, take exit 15 onto Eureka Road.
Apply for a loan anyplace, anytime, on any device, and get your loan fast. Welcome to Simple. Welcome to Genesis.
Join Super Car Wash's Unlimited Wash Club and you can wash every day for as low as $12.95 a month at all 11 locations. It's quick, easy, and contactless, including free vacuums and free hand towel dry. That's Super Car Wash with 11 locations. Look super. Go unlimited today. Sports are back, and that means the BetMGM Sports Lounge inside MGM Grand Detroit is ready to take your real money wagers on all the action. Stop by any time and place your bets at the live betting window or one of the easy-to-use self-service kiosks. With baseball, basketball, hockey, and football in full swing, the BetMGM Sports Lounge welcomes fans back to the excitement of a full betting menu 7 days a week. So get ready to believe in your game again at the BetMGM Sports Lounge at MGM Grand Detroit. Must be 21 or older.
24 month lease, 10,500 miles a year, no security deposit. Total due at signing F-150 3409. Fusion 2426. Fusion pricing for returning lessees trading a 1995 or newer vehicle. Easy plan pricing for returning lessees, including Ford Select inventory rebates. Plus tax title licensing doc with approved financing through Ford Credit. Ends 9/30/2020. Brian Godfrey, is it true Pat Milliken Ford customers can buy online or at the dealership?
It is. We're always ready to help you at the dealership, but if you're looking for the convenience of buying from home, we offer that too with our Milliken Express program.
And right now, you can lease a new 2020 Ford F-150 XLT Super Crew 4x4 or a new 2020 Fusion SE, both Milliken Express priced from just $149 a month.
Plus, with the Ford Promise, customers who finance through Ford can return their purchase within a year if faced with financial hardship due to loss of employment. Visit the dealership for more details.
Start your experience online at patmillikenford.com or visit the dealership on Telegraph Road.
Pat Milliken Ford, over 60 years of the experience you deserve.
Why so serious?
Use the left
Spilled your drink? Quick! The Quicker Picker-Upper.
turn left.
Bounty picks up spills and messes quicker. And each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less than the leading value brand. So you can get back to the party. Bounty, the Quicker Picker-Upper.
With so many new pet owners, Kezia's Grooming can't keep up.
Kezia's Grooming. Sorry, we'll book solid through the weekend. I can give you a call back though if something opens up.
It's time to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. The moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Indeed delivers 2.5 times more hires than the other branded job sites combined, according to Breezy HR 2019. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first job post. Terms and conditions apply.
At Fisher Investments, we do things differently, and other money managers don't understand why.
Because our way works great for us.
But it may not work for your clients. That's why Fisher Investments is a fiduciary, obligated to put clients first. It's the highest standard for a financial advisor.
So, what do you provide? Cookie cutter portfolios like the rest of us?
No cookie cutter portfolios here. Fisher Investments tailors portfolios to meet each client's goals and needs.
But you do sell investments that earn you high commissions, right? And make commissions when you make trades for your clients?
No, Fisher Investments doesn't sell any commission investment products, and we never earn commissions on trades.
So what's in it for you?
Fisher Investments fees are structured so we do better when our clients do better. When it comes to helping clients achieve a comfortable retirement, we're clearly different. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments, clearly different money management.
Investments in securities involve the risk of loss.
This hour of Instant Feedback brought to you by Michael Burrow of National Benefit Plans. For affordable health insurance, call 877-734-2200.
Text the ticket using the same number you used to call the ticket. Ticket text 248-539-9797. The ticket. We continue our series of the greatest Detroiters to wear a particular number. We're up to number 37.
And number 37 is an interesting lot. Not a lot of candidates. But I have who I consider a definite Final Four. Some people may disagree. So with all due respect to Tim Taylor, also Pete Incaviglia, the great Davy Cruz, Joe Baver, Jared Irons, Michael Samuelson, and Hank Aguirre, that's what he was. I have my Final Four here, Biggs, and hopefully you'll agree. But knowing you, you won't. Here we go. On my list, a former Michigan football player won the Butkus Award in 1991. Really good. Eric Anderson. Eric Anderson was a terrific Butkus Award. All-American. Great. The other guys I have on my list was an integral part of the 2006 American League champion Detroit Tigers. Didn't pitch here that long, but I'm going to still put him on my list because there's not that many to choose from. Kenny Rogers. Also on my list, and I think the favorite to win it, somebody who I think almost every day Tom Governor Milliken says, why isn't he still in the Tigers, would be Max Scherzer. And the person I'm going to be quite honest, I'm voting for, even though he won't win, arguably besides Barry Sanders, you can say he's the greatest Lion of all time. He was a member of their two of their championship teams in the 50s, Pro Football Hall of Famer, Rookie of the Year, 5-time Pro Bowler, 4-time NFL first team. The versatile, he kicked, he did everything. Doak Walker. His jersey's been retired. So those are my four. Doak Walker, Eric Anderson, Kenny Rogers, and Max Scherzer.
Wow.
Any comments from the Peanut Gallery?
Lock, step. Unless we're missing somebody pretty damn obvious.
What's possible?
Like I worked with you guys the other day, and we missed Martin Turco, who we then immediately put on the poll.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I think Scherzer runs away with it, obviously. I think Doak would if he was more recent.
Yep.
And Kenny Rogers definitely deserves to be on the list just because of what he did in 06.
Right.
I mean, it was unbelievable. Plus the party, him and Zamaya spraying champagne after they beat the Yankees, that for itself gets him on the poll, in my opinion.
Yeah. Greg, you have your hand up, so I'm thinking I missed somebody big.
Uh-oh.
In 1 mile,
Wrong
turn
Michigan
left onto Pennsylvania
linebacker. I believe he is the all-time leading tackler at the school, Jarrett Irons.
Yeah, I mentioned him, with all apologies to him, so I was debating between Anderson and Jared Irons. But Anderson was third because Irons did pass him. But Anderson won a Butkus Award. I don't think it was also an All-American. I don't think Irons was. So that's why I picked Anderson over Irons. But you can argue that. There's no doubt. Go.
I mean, I'm trying to, I mean, that's a good debate, but it's hard to topple. I mean, you got a Butkus Award.
Right. That's why I picked him.
And Kenny Rogers, there's no way you can leave him off. I think the only other guy you make a case for, and it's so old, but Hank Aguirre.
Yeah, I mean,
he led the league in ERA one year and whip. He went 16-8.
Yeah.
But he had a 75, 72 career, and they never won anything.
Right.
And Rogers,
67 was his last time with the Tigers. He wasn't even on the 68 team.
Yeah, he was an integral part of, Rogers was an integral part of the 06 and the franchise coming back. I mean, I went to Game 3 in that ALDS against the Yankees, and he won the game.
Yes.
I mean, that was the critical game after the Tigers had won the game in New York to make it 1-1.
If not for Kenny Rogers, is Justin Verlander ever as good as he was in that first year? I don't believe so. I mean, he mentored him, he tutored him. That's number one. And then number two, I mean, and this is Jim Leland's biggest gaffe, at least in my opinion.
Yes.
Dude, in Game 2 of the World Series, it was a Sunday night at Comerica Park, and Joe Buck and Tim McCarver, what's he got in his hands? Because they're both freaking Cardinal fans, those bastards. They're both Cardinal fans, and they're trying to call out the Tigers for cheating. I mean, Kenny Rogers was in the head of every freaking Cardinal, and he was on normal rest because they had a rain out in St. Louis, and Leland decided to start Verlander in Game 6 in St. Louis instead of Rogers. Such a bad move.
This is, I know it's not the best number,
right?
But this is a surprisingly heavy hitter number.
Yeah,
here. Like that's a
people don't know how good Doak Walker. Obviously, I never saw him play, but I mean,
well, he's a legendary NFL name.
Yes.
I mean,
he won the Heisman Trophy too when he was in college.
I mean, if you're a big NFL fan, you should know.
Yes.
You know? big football fan in general, I should say. But I mean, why not Bill Hasselman? I mean, if we're gonna play.
I know. There's
Who
some.
was it yesterday? I can't even think of who it was now.
Oh, yesterday was Rasheed Wallace.
No.
Bill
but
Gullickson.
Bill Gullickson.
That shows you.
Yeah. Bill Gullickson made the Final Four yesterday.
Bill Gullickson.
Yeah, because he had a winning record, number one. And I thought going in before I did any research it was going to be Jeff Weaver. But Gullickson just blew Weaver's stats away as a Tiger. He won 20 games one year.
Forget about it.
Weaver was so much more fun. He'd brawl with you.
I understand that.
And then, of course, he won a World Series against you.
Forget about it.
That's true too.
Oh,
I mean,
yes.
I mean, we could have put one of Al Vila's great signings on here too, Mike Pelfrey.
Oh, hey, Mike Pelfrey, great analytical guy. I mean, he has a 7 ERA, but you know what? If you watch him, the advanced numbers say he's great. What a dumb signing that was. Listen, Bill Gullickson, true story. My aunt and uncle back in the day lived in Farmington Hills, and Bill Gullickson was their across the street neighbor.
Okay, is there something else besides that? I thought you were going to tell me like they had a run-in with him. Oh, okay.
No. I saw him one time mowing his lawn. I thought it was the coolest thing in the world that a Detroit Tiger pitcher was living across the street from my aunt and uncle.
Well, that is pretty cool when you're a kid. There's no doubt about it.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was like 14, 13.
Because if I remember correctly, he wasn't the nicest human being on the planet.
Oh, is that right?
I'm trying to remember. Either him or, Tim Belcher it was. I remember Rob Parker went on this crusade about bringing Tim Belcher to the Tigers, and they finally, like years later, listened to him, and he was horrible when he was.
It's like a 1980s and 90s baseball card reset.
Oh,
Take all these names.
I know, the Tigers back then were so bad.
Now,
but what kind of crusade could you possibly go on to say Tim Belcher? Like, I understand. Hey, go ahead and bring Miguel Tejada to the Tigers. Like, I understand that, but
Right.
Tim Belcher?
I know. Well, you look at the number 37s, and I mentioned him in the preamble, Joe Baver. God, Wojo hated that guy.
I always like to
Spell
see
Boever.
Yes.
when we do these numbers, like who was on the championship teams that wore all these different numbers. So it was Nelson Simmons from the '84 Tigers.
Yes, Nelson Simmons.
And then I was looking at other '84 Tigers, and did you guys for the 15s use Rusty Coombs?
I think we mentioned. By the way, speaking of champions, I mentioned Tim Taylor and Mikael Samuelson. I was surprised you wouldn't have fought for Michael Samuelson a little more.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't
Just a guy.
He pretty much was just a guy, although, and this is going to sound weird, but he had huge calves.
Okay,
Huge calves.
thank you very much.
The only reason I know this is because there was a member of the media that made a big deal about the fact that he had massive calves, and he was right. By the way, I'm just curious, Rod Allen, what number did he wear as a Tiger?
Well, you got to give me a second. You can't just throw that on me.
And did he get any consideration?
We mentioned him, if I'm not mistaken. I think he was 12.
Oh, was he?
If I'm
I'm
not-
trying to look, and it's very difficult.
You know they didn't play long when the first thing that comes up isn't. Yeah, he was 12, but the baseball reference isn't the first thing. It's
Right.
something else.
Oh, for Rod Allen, probably comes up chair.
No, it doesn't. I'm curious though on this one with 37. I wonder what the ticket texters saying in terms of Irons and Anderson. I do think there's a battle
yes.
there, but I would go with Anderson.
Yes. 248-539-9797 is the telephone number. You can vote at Jamie and Stoney, the Twitter page. Vote for either Max Scherzer, Kenny Rogers, Eric Anderson, or Doak Walker. I'm here to tell you about Capital Mortgage funding. We know Harry Glanz, Dan Burke. Always a debate, who's better, Glanz or Burke? Kind of like Anderson or Irons. They're both awesome because they both work for a living. They both still close loans. They're not spokespeople who have worked for different companies for years. They've worked for one place, Capital Mortgage Funding. Consistent, great customer service. 1-800-LOW-RATE is the telephone number. You know the housing market's going crazy right now, so you're looking for a home, you need that mortgage. They're the people to talk to because they answer all your questions, they give you the personal service, and you'll get their satisfaction. I've refied with them numerous times to save money. If you haven't refied in a while, I don't know what they're waiting for. Call them today. They got 27 star reviews. Not 5 stars, 27 stars. Call them today, 1-800-LOW-RATE. That's 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding, the best mortgage banker.
Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJ AM 950 Traffic Center, this report brought to you by Flame Heating and Cooling. A crash is blocking the right shoulder, 94 eastbound at 9 Mile Road, not really seeing too much of a delay through the area. Coming up at about 9 o'clock this morning, planned construction will block the 2 left lanes on 696 westbound between Gratiot Avenue and Groesbeck until 3 o'clock on Monday afternoon. And 94 westbound from 23 to 21 Mile Road, a single lane will be available today. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
Relive 1979's Michigan.
What? It's like the
97.1 The Ticket.
If it sounds like there's 1,000 bees in your air conditioning building a nest, don't hesitate. Call the experts at Flame. That's Flame Heating and Cooling. Go online now to flamefurnace.com or call 888-234-2340. That's 888-234-2340.
This Radio.com Sports Minute is brought to you by Taylor Chevrolet.
This is Boomer Esiason with a Radio.com Sports Minute. 5 NFL head coaches, Kyle Shanahan, Pete Carroll, Vic Fangio, Sean Payton, and John Gruden, have been fined $100,000 each, while their respective teams have been fined $250,000 apiece by the league. What's behind these stiff financial penalties? Coaches in question did not wear masks on the sidelines during their Week 2 games. Put it mildly, this is idiotic. It's just another total politically correct, virtue-signaling public relations ploy by the NFL. You don't see any NHL coaches wearing masks behind their benches. Heck, some NFL coaches apparently don't even know how to wear their personal protective equipment. Bill Belichick, for example, wore his mask over his mouth but didn't cover his nose. Might as well have stuffed it into his sock next to his red challenge flag. Coaches and players are tested daily, so this rule is a total farce. I'm Boomer Esiason.
Jay Farner here, CEO of Rocket Mortgage. Making the right financial decisions has never been more important. When you turn to Rocket Mortgage, we can help guide you to those right decisions now when they matter most. Mortgage rates are near historic lows, so now is a great time to call 8338-ROCKET. And if you need some extra money, a cash-out refinance could give you that financial boost you're looking for. Call today at 8338-ROCKET or go to rocketmortgage.com to learn more.
Call for cost information and conditions. Equal Housing Lender. Licensed in all 50 states and MLS number 3030.
Back to work at that job, the one you realized isn't for you? Well, that's if you're lucky, right? Make your move. You can start a new life as an IT pro in as little as 4 months from the comfort of your own home, even if you have zero computer experience. Take control of your future now. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. Live online classes meet just twice a week. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
Taylor Chevrolet leads the way with great deals on your favorite Chevy vehicles. Enjoy huge savings on the 20 Trax LS for the low price of $129 a month. You'll love the nicely equipped Blazer 1LT for just $215 a month. Leases based on 24 months with 20,000 allowable miles at lease end on courtesy transportation vehicles. GM EPP provisions apply. See dealer for full details. Get credit pre-approved instantly at TaylorChevy.com. All applications are welcome. Come on down to Taylor Chevrolet on Telegraph Road. Taylor says yes.
We say yes.
As a veteran, I know firsthand freedom must be protected. COVID-19 has tried to take away our freedoms and changed our way of life. And the only way we are going to regain those freedoms, to get our jobs and economy back, to gather together with friends and family, and to live the life we want, is if we rally together to defeat COVID-19. The fact is that wearing a mask can reduce the chance of spreading COVID by 70%. So to regain my freedom and to protect yours, I choose to wear a mask because I'm exercising my right to do what's right for America. So mask up, Michigan, every time. Show the world we're the United States and spread hope, not COVID. Learn more at michigan.org/coronavirus. A message from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services.
Navien tankless water heaters, the proven leader in condensing technology. Request a Navien because you deserve the best in endless hot water delivery. Learn about Navien's condensing tankless water heaters and find a Navien contractor at tanklessmadesimple.com.
When big things happen in Detroit, Detroit sports, you hear it first on Detroit's #1 sports station, 97.1 The Ticket. Breaking news powered by Radio.com Sports and brought to you by Pennzoil. Motor oils from natural gas. The proof is in the Pennzoil. The only way you can take 97.1 The Ticket with you is the Radio.com app. Download it today and listen to us anytime, anywhere.
Swinging a high fly ball center field. On the run, Reyes way back in left center and gone. Wow, that ball just kept going.
Man.
Andy Rosario with his 13th of the year, an opposite field shot deep to left center into the Twins bullpen. And that's a tough way to end it for Casey Mize. 6-0 Twins here in the 5th.
And the Twins win 7-6. Miggy did have 2 home runs. He has 9 on this season. Casey Mize, real quick. I mean, look, not a great start to his career, but I don't care that. I mean, I care, but I don't gonna sit there and say, oh my God, he's gonna be a bust and all that. No, I don't think so. 0-3, an ERA of 6.99 with a WHIP of 1.48, 26 strikeouts, 13 walks. You know, he looks good for, it's like every Tiger pitcher seems to look good for 2 innings and then they fall apart. Except for when Boyd gives up home runs the first 2 batters of the game. And it's weird. It's like they all should be openers. You know? Nobody can go longer than 5 innings on this team.
I'll say this, and it may not be fair about Mize. I would have liked to seen a dominant moment. And he had that game where he went, 4 2/3?
Yeah.
No-hitter?
Against the White Sox. No, it was, yeah, he took a no-hitter into the 6th inning.
So I guess he had it. I don't know. I'll just go gut.
Turn right onto
It may
Valley
not
Street.
be the stud ace. We'll see.
Hopefully Manning, he'll be healthy when he comes back. And because that's the thing, like everybody, you know, the hope of the team is the young pitchers, you know, Mize, Manning, Baedos,
In a quarter mile,
this guy,
the
that
destination
guy.
is on your
And
left.
it's true, you know, you have, 4 or 5
Valley
guys, even, what's his name, Wentz, the guy they got in the Sean Green trade, who, had Tommy John, he's supposedly pretty good. Perez. They're not all, people say, oh yeah, we have all this great young pitching. Yeah, but they don't all hit. So you might have one that becomes really good, one that makes it, and the others probably won't even make the, won't even pitch for the team long. I mean, that's just the way it is. That's the way the numbers are. So we shouldn't be too disappointed.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, go back to the 90s where they sucked, right? But the great thing about Tiger baseball in the 90s was all these prospects that everybody got excited about. Juan Encarnacion, Raul Casanova, Matt Anderson. The list goes on and on. But there were 2 guys, Matt Drews and Mike Drumright. Do you remember these guys?
Yeah, well, Drews they got in the trade for Cecil Fielder, and Drumright they drafted out of Wichita State.
Big-time prospects, right?
Mm-hmm.
Both guys stunk. I mean, both guys, I don't even think they saw more than 3 innings in the majors. I mean, they were horrendous.
The
So bottom line,
destination
you're
is
dead
on your
on,
left.
man. I mean, a
17607
third of the prospects
Valley
work
Street.
out. A third of the prospects you trade.
Arrived.
And a third of the prospects flat out blow. So